Hello, my computer's being loud as shit right now. I don't know if you can hear it, but my cousin who this story happened with asked me to make this into like a story, and I got the computer, I got nothing better to do, so why not? Um, wait, wait, oh wait, shit. Sorry, I just like to have the background video I'm putting in open while I'm talking, but I can't fucking find. Alright, I found it. So basically, this is the story when I snuck out with my cousin and my cousin and my friend from my street, Daniel. We got cross and shit, and it was a pretty awesome time. So I'm just gonna explain that story. So basically, um, originally we wanted to do a sleepover with me, my cousin, and my friend. I'm just gonna use that friend's real name. My friend Ryan. Um, but I wasn't able to hang out with Ryan because this was like the very start of the summer, and I had got in trouble from my parents. So, because basically me and Ryan had like spray painted behind the building, and the cops figured it out. So they'd like talk to me and my parents were pissed and grounded me until summer. But during when at the end of summer, they were like, "You also can hang out with Ryan." So I was like, "Shit." But yeah. So it was just me and Cam. Sorry, I had to take a sip of water. My cousin Cam and me, and we're talking with my friend Danny. He lives on my street. Like he's literally my next door neighbor. Like, we live right next to each other. So I'm texting him on Snapchat, and we're kind of discussing like, we want to sneak out because it's just gonna be boring if it's just like us two just sitting in my house. Like it's gonna be kind of boring. It's gonna be way funner if we go like play basketball with Danny or something. So we're texting Danny. He's like, yeah, I'm down. But you know, all we had at the time for substances for the night was just my little ass cart, and it wasn't really good. It was like kind of mid, but Cam, he got some money when he what's it called, like graduated, because this was the very start of summer. He had just finished eighth grade year, so he had had some money, so we were able to buy something for the night. And originally, he was apartment was streets, but he didn't. What's it called? He wasn't able to show up. Like he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come," and then it was like 3 hours passed when he said he was gonna come, and he still wasn't there. So we had to text a different one, and we just decided to get a bottle of what's it called? With raspberry lemonade fog, and it was pretty delicious, to be honest. It was amazing. But, we got it. We go back to my house. We are just kind of chilling in my house for a while, waiting until my parents go to sleep. Eventually, finally, my parents go to sleep. And then we were kind of worried Daniel wasn't going to come for a bit, but he was able to. So we got Daniel's basketball, we left. And this was shocking to me because every time, basically every sleepover we had, we planned on sneaking out. And we've only actually done it like one time, and it was when Ryan wasn't there. Every time that we have a sleepover and want to do it, Ryan is always the reason we don't. But this time, Ryan wasn't there to be the reason we don't. So, we were able to do it, and it was pretty cool. Like, so basically from my house, there's like a basketball court right next to my house, but it's very visible to the main road, and we were kind of worried like a cop could see us, or if Daniel's grandpa realized he snuck out, the first place his grandpa would come looking would be that park. So we couldn't really go there, so we decided to just go to the one near like this hospital in my town, which apparently I think like Helen Keller went there, or like something. I don't know. My town has something to do with like Helen Keller and Frank or something. But we went over to this basketball court by there, and I thought it was a good spot because I'd seen it before. I thought there was like woods between like the hospital and like the basketball court, but there wasn't. Like the hospital had a direct view of the basketball court, and it was all like lighted up and shit. So it was super obvious. Like, if someone saw us, they knew, like guaranteed they're seeing us. They're like, oh shit, there's kids over there. So we were kind of fucked, but we just kind of decided to just play basketball, and we were drinking vodka, and I had got shit. Wait, what drink did I? I had 7 Up. That was what I mixed it with, and I didn't put that much in there, dude. My cousin, he had like this like. It was kind of like a body armor, but it wasn't like body armor brand. It was like off brand. He poured out half of it and filled it all the way back to the top. Like, it was way too much. Dude, he was drunk as shit. It was crazy, dude. Like, he was just acting weird as shit, and then we were. Oh, dude, I forgot to mention, I kind of skipped over this part. The walk there was fun as shit because we had to walk up to the school, and cops often like patrol that area. So we had to like run through, and then we got into these woods, and the woods were scary as shit. Like, we were scared as fuck. But finally, we made it through the woods, and we were in the horse farm. And this is when Cam started acting drunk as fuck. So he was kind of cooking us if we got caught. But luckily, there must have just been no one there, because we kind of woke up the horses, but like no one came out or anything, so we were fine, and we just walked through. And I very vividly remember this point. We were walking through this little path, like it was about to be to the hospital instead of the horse farm, like it's the path between the two. And he was like, "Oh, it's bright. We have to go this way." Like Cam said that, and then he was like, and then it gets kind of dark on the path, so I think like we're gonna kind of regret that we did this, but then like because it's also kind of bright, like in the end it's gonna work out. Like we're gonna almost get caught, but it's gonna be a good time then. And I just thought he was saying a load of bullshit at the time. I just thought he was drunk as shit and he was just saying stuff. I was like, bro, okay, bro. And he was like, am I tweaking? And I was like, nah, bro, nah, that makes sense. Because I mean, it did kind of make sense, but it was like, bro, that's not happening. But it turns out it kind of did, because while we were down at the basketball court, and we were drinking. So if someone saw us, they would probably call the cops. And we thought we saw a person like inside, and they had like a phone up to their ear. So we immediately freaked out. We were like, "Oh shit, they're calling the cops!" So we bolted, and like the way it was built, like I'll put like a Google Maps photo up on the screen, dude. It's a long ass way from the basketball court back to the horse farm. So we ran that whole way, and Daniel was genuinely lagging behind, bro. He was moving slow as shit. He had like no sense of urgency, but me and Cam were going fast as shit. And we had to kind of slow down, but for Daniel, but like we ended up making it out there. We got back to the horse farm. We just kind of walked back, and dude, Daniel was tweaking, and it was pissing me off because he barely drank. He was just a little high, like he barely even hit the cart. So he was like, "Oh my god, I'm seeing shit. Oh my god, I'm fucking seeing my dad. Oh my god." Like, it was so annoying. But I just told him to shut the fuck up, and eventually he did. And we just kind of walked through, and dude, we got back to the school part, and I was like, "Dude, we gotta run through." And they're like, "Bro, cops aren't gonna come through, we're fine." So they were just walking through, and I like kind of ran through, but like we all really just walked. And then we got onto the little like gravel path that's like how you get like up to the school. And I kid you not, like the second we're on the gravel path, a cop pulls in. And we had to like kind of run down the gravel path, and we thought they stopped and saw us. But no, they just kept going, so they didn't notice us. Like, dude, we were so lucky. Genuinely, if we took like 5 more seconds, we would have been cooked because it's illegal to be out at that time. But, that didn't end up happening. So, we walked back down to the basketball court near my house because the one up there fucking sucked. The one up near the hospital sucked. So we went to the one near my house. We played basketball for a bit, but then like this car, it was on the road, and at first we thought it was just slowing down for the speed bump, but it crossed the speed bump and was still driving at like 2 miles an hour. So we kind of freaked out and we just like gave Daniel his basketball and bag and just fucking ran. Like we just fucking bolted without him. And he got kind of pissed, but like we went home because we did not want to get caught. So we just ran straight home. I kind of lagged behind Cam because I don't know, like for some reason I just didn't run at my full speed. I might be retarded. Like I like kind of did, but like I don't know. Like I wasn't trying to like really push for it. Like it was weird. I think I was just like too relaxed, but whatever. But we get home and now we're just chilling in my house and we're talking like, dude, this is crazy. We actually did it. We've never done anything like this before. It was crazy. And then Daniel starts texting the group chat. And mind you, I didn't have my phone this whole time, and I couldn't use my phone when I got back because my parents had recently got this like thing where it like disables my phone at 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. So I just couldn't use my phone. So Cam had to text Daniel for everything. So he was texting, and Daniel was like, "I'm gonna snitch." And we are like, "Bro, please don't, please don't, please don't." And he was like, "Nah, bro, I'm doing it, I'm doing it." And he genuinely like convinced us he was gonna snitch. Like we fully thought he was. We thought we were cooked. Like we thought it was over. But eventually he was like, "You know what, bro? You wanna know something?" And we're like, "What, bro? I'm not a snitch. I was messing with you." And it genuinely, like the relief that I felt when he said that, it was so much. I was so scared, and it just all went away. But yeah, that's basically all that happened. Just kind of went to sleep after that. Uh, Cam went home in the morning. Yeah, nothing really eventful happened after that point. But yeah, that's the story. Sorry that the background video didn't finish the gameplay, but there's nothing else to tell. So bye.